Thanks for joining us again.
Don't waste your time. You could be a lazy, fat slob and literally sit around and have your house and your robots do everything for you and become fat and lazy. You just gotta have self-control and start working out, or cardio, whatever you want to call it. Which brings us to our next thing from CES, called the Samsung Bali.
Yes.
And this thing is amazing. Travis, you want to talk about this one?
Yes. I'm definitely getting one. That's gonna be one thing. Imagine if you could have BB-8. Just imagine a full functioning BB-8. Turn your fucking, you got smart curtains. He wakes up in the morning, he's like, oh shit, Master's gotta be up. Opens up your curtains. Oh shit, Master's coffee needs to be ready. Turns on the coffee maker. Oh shit, you're going to work, Master? Alright, I'll take care of your animal that needs, random videos, dog videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Got you. Oh, hey, what's going on at my house right now? I can check via this phone app, and it can go around and search my house to see if there's intruders or if the dog made a mess. I'm gonna go over and clean this up for Master so it doesn't throw me across the room. And then it sends the Roomba out to go clean up the mess and then tells it when to get the fuck back in his charger.
Yeah.
Future.
Bali is beast. That thing's gonna be cool as hell. Once they get the AI and all the bugs worked out of that, yeah, that's gonna be cool as hell.
Oh, I can't wait.
See, I'm not gonna have a smart home, so but that would be wasted on me. It'd essentially just be in the way.
Fucking trip over it.
Yeah.
Just give it to your dog to chew on, like.
Basically, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a toy to keep him occupied. He'll just be chasing the Bali all around the house. I guess if you're really into the tech, you're really into the smart home thing, cool. It's not for me. I'm not gonna knock. I'm not gonna say I take back the whole lazy thing, because I just don't see practical uses for myself
Personally, right?
Yeah, personally. So I mean, if you are that person that is really into the tech, more power to you. Cool. So yeah, I see this as being useful for the uber tech people.
That's so me. I'm gonna one day hopefully have a house like that. Joe's never gonna want to come over.
No, because I won't be allowed to open the fridge.
You don't need to, Joe. Check it out. Boop, and I press the button.
God damn it, I can't work it. I just need to open the fridge.
Yeah.
I have a lock on it, so you won't be able to open it. Like, nope, you're not allowed until you learn how to use it.
I'm still the immature dude that I like to play with Alexa. Go to your house. Alexa, tell me a joke. Alexa, do something stupid. Alexa, tell me I'm sexy. That type of shit.
Right.
I don't use it for anything practical. I have thought about getting one just so I could actually maybe start trying to get a little bit into the tech, but I don't know. For me, I just like practical tech. As far as I like my TV, which I hear 8K is coming out. I'm not too concerned about 8K because I don't even think that the human eye can really process 4K that well. So
we can.
That's
so 8K is not really. Like, if we're getting to the point where we are to look like life, just go out and experience real life.
When did you turn into this person, Joe? I feel like I don't know
I've
you
always
anymore.
been this person. I've always been the stick in the... What are you talking about? I hate everything.
That's amazing.
I said the same thing when, HD became a thing. I was like, no, I don't want to go to... Why are we going to 1080i, 720, and 4? Why are these numbers? Now I've got a 4K TV. You eventually have to follow suit because technology takes over. You know, so but I'm not like on the forefront of it. I'm not trying to pick it up as soon as it's launched. I pick it up at the point when I have to. You know, like, oh, I have to get a new TV. All TVs are, you know, whatever.
Are these the closing chapters of our friendship? Are we not going to be friends anymore?
Oh shit!
But I told you I was willing to choke you while masturbating. So I would think that we would be growing closer. I didn't think.
But
I
what
didn't.
he's
I didn't
what
think
he's
love of technology was a deal breaker.
But what I'm watching while you're choking me has to be in 8K. So I mean,
and there's gonna be an autonomous Robin Williams back there. I mean, is Robbie not allowed to be out?
right?
Put it back in the closet.
No, I'm okay.
Am I
with,
Bali
like,
rolling around like?
I'm okay with robots.
Clean
Like,
up the splooge.
you know, if Cammy is fully automated, you know, like I'm okay with that. I'll hold a conversation with Cammy, dirty talk, you know, all that. I want her to call me daddy, but I don't know. Like, I'm just usually not super excited about a lot of technology as soon as it gets announced. Like, I end up.
You have to
getting
take
into
it
the
as it
late
is, though. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't.
I'm a late in the game kind of. You know, even with the new game consoles, I never buy them as soon as they launch. I always wait for the bugs to get worked out, and you know, I wait for them to actually be practical before I actually take part in it. So I guess I'm not saying I'm necessarily against the technology. I just it takes me a little bit longer to get into it than
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know, like
And
at
you
first.
are, yeah. That is
Yeah,
true.
at first I'm usually like after a while following suit. I just I need more convincing than most.
Right.
You know, like hence I have still never checked out Game of Thrones. I have I am not convinced yet. Give me time. I might check it out. I might not.
You'll get there eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Yes.
Oh, maybe we'll see. I mean, I'm starting to become disillusioned with my own smartphone. So I don't see myself wanting to get anything that's too smart.
Watching Game of Thrones has nothing to do with that, though, Joe.
Oh, yeah. I guess we did switch gears there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going back to technology.
But it can lead. It can lead to great things.
Yes.
Hold on, what? Game of Thrones or technology?
Both.
Both.
Oh. I don't know. I heard that the last episode of Game of Thrones was pretty damn disappointing. So
It's just a bunch of whiners. It was
No.
glorious.
Yeah.
right on. Well, all right then.
Yep.
So yeah, BB-8. That'd be
BB-8,
cool.
Yep.
I would like to see. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I love the Star Wars universe. I would like to see droids like that actually come out and be useful. So I could see that. But I want it to have arms. You know, I want it to actually be able to do stuff instead
Right.
of just roll around and send signals to my other devices.
No, there are robots out there that have arms and whatnot.
Like I actually want BB-8 go make me a sandwich, and it make me a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one that we didn't put in, but kind of relates to this. So there won't be any. So like you go to the zoo, and there won't be any more,
Yeah.
down on their life info people, like an information desk. It'll be all synthetic, if you will.
All
Yeah.
automated.
Yeah.
type stuff.
All AI.
Yeah,
There aren't really any images for this to post, but yeah, it's I forget
Just
who.
put a picture of Skynet up, and everybody will get the
who
Right. I actually kind of okay. Last time I went to the zoo, I don't know when the last time you guys. Last time I went, there was this girl who had to have been newer, and she was trying to do her job, tell everybody about the animals that we were looking at, and no one was paying attention. Absolutely no one. But she was still going on her spiel. She had to have felt so embarrassed.
Hmm.
Like, you know, no one's paying attention to you. So I started paying attention to her just out of pity. Like I had no I didn't care at all what the fuck she was telling. I don't care about giraffes, but like, yeah, they look cool, I guess. But she's telling me about them, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Oh, cool. Thanks. Okay, bye. Like, I imagine that happens a lot. People just ignore whoever's out there trying to feed them information about whatever they're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the unfortunate business of that type of job. Like the people that have to stand out on the in the front of the business or whatever and hand out flyers. Like, you're gonna be ignored 99% of the time.
Yeah, or like the shaker board people that stand out there spinning the boards and stuff. Like, we're over that. We don't care anymore. Your moves are tired and weak. Just go back inside. I don't know. I do the shaker board thing because I hear they have decent, like getting paid $12 an hour to stand out in front of a business, shake a little fucking cardboard sign around.
Right.
It's really not bad, like for part-time work, you could do worse.
True.
I mean, you do got to deal with people. Like, I'm sure people yell stuff at, possibly even throw stuff at them. Teenagers can be pricks, but yeah, like $12 an hour to just stand out at the side of the road and shake a sign. Why not? Joker
But
did it.
I mean, yeah, I think it'd be cheaper if they had, an AI do it, because it's just a one-time fee and you just load a bunch of info into it, and then if it does get ignored, well, it's better than paying somebody, $12 an hour.
Yeah, yeah, for like the little info section at a zoo or museum. That, yeah, totally.
Like recently I seen Blade Runner 2077, the new one.
Oh, 2049, yeah.
2049.
Great movie.
Yeah, awesome. Like when he's walking back, after he's all beat up and stuff, and the big AI comes down and is like, "Look, day," and she's all naked and stuff. Like that kind of advertisement to make it personal and stuff. I mean, if it was a real person, I mean, that broad probably got a coffee thrown on her, spit on her. Somebody could have, the homeless person could have threw shit on her that day. And she wouldn't have that same connection as something that's generated like that.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't personalized marketing like an actual thing that they've been trying to? Because I know they've been doing that in like sci-fi movies for a little while. But
Westworld, man.
Haven't they actually been trying to do that in real life, like in some of the bigger, like tech-based cities and stuff? I thought I had read something somewhere where they were trying to do that.
I haven't heard. I'm not sure.
Like, it uses like facial recognition software, and obviously not everyone can do it. Like, it's something that you have to like volunteer into. But I thought I'd read something. I don't know. Maybe I was reading a short story by Philip K. Dick or something.
I mean, look at like Facebook and stuff. You look up stuff on YouTube on a pocket pussy, and then you're on Facebook, and lo and behold, Fleshlight comes up in your Facebook.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, those algorithms have been around for years.
That stuff is just so creepy, how those algorithms, because like sometimes it's not even stuff I actually search. I almost think like it's listening. Phone is constantly recording what I'm saying, because I'll start talking about something and then I'm like, oh no, let me Google it, and I'll put 2 letters in, and it pops up. The first thing is the exact thing I was looking for. Like hold on, Google.
Right.
Like, you're stalking me. Google is stalking.
Yeah, it's crazy. Those different algorithms and whatnot that these companies use to do that.
But it works. I mean, people buy shit.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, how long before we have an iRobot Skynet type situation?
Elon Musk said it's closer than we think.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like it's probably going to be fucking Amazon. It's going to be some Amazon AI. It's going to send all of its drones to attack people with whatever. People are going to get killed by dive bombed merchandise.
Rubber dildos falling from the sky.
Yeah, there's going to be fucking fleshlights everywhere, just bombing people.
Ooh, I do want to go back to the lazy subject and talk about that Avatar car.
Yes.
What is it?
The Avatar car. This one was a concept car, of course, but Mercedes made a concept car based on the Avatar movies.
I thought I had seen. I don't think it's just Avatar. A lot of like futuristic movies have had that same kind of style car in it. Like I'm pretty sure the Total Recall remake had very similar.
Yeah, just they're very futuristic type cars in general. Yeah. They do look badass though. I mean, I would drive something that looks that ridiculous out on the road. I think it looks pretty cool actually.
But did you see the steering wheel, John?
But yes, I do remember the steering wheel.
There is no steering wheel. You put on a headset and
it's where like the gearbox would go. You put your hand on it and it kind of, like almost like a mouse. You kind of free float your hand over, not over it, but I mean you're pressing it and it kind of goes which way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust that at all.
You'd have to get used to it.
I mean, I've had all kinds of mice go out on me, like even the infrared mice. Like, I don't trust that one little bit.
It I don't know. You just have to look at it to understand what.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Future.
It is a cool looking car. I would like to see the future, like cars actually start to look futuristic. Like we do get caught. I'm a fan of retro, but
Fan of what?
Retro,
right?
And it kind of seems like that's what a lot of the car companies are starting to do, is do like updated retro modern, or whatever, you taking an old style and just putting a slightly modern twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's go full on future. Like we are now into 2020. There were movies that came out back in the 1980s that were set in the 2020s, and they definitely look like what the 2020 looks like. Like hell, look at Back to the Future. 2015 was supposed to have had hover skateboards and all kinds of cool shit.
Right.
Self-drying jackets and like the closest thing we have to that is sweat wicking cloth that still doesn't really wick the sweat that much.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we are getting there though. Like practical, obviously movies are for fun, but
yeah, I guess I would be more on board with smart homes and technologies if they started implementing it everywhere. Like, like if we just shut everything down for a while and did a remodel of the whole world to be futuristic, then I'd be okay. I'd be like, all right, technology, great, let's do it. Come here, BB-8. Go get my Mercedes Avatar and warm it up for me.
Right.
Take Cammy for a ride.
That's funny. Yeah, I do think we need to start introducing it into the world more, like restaurants and hotels and a lot of things. I mean, I guess then that brings up the question, you might lose what you call a lot of jobs that way if AI took over. like
I would
concierge and
I would kind of see money like going away in the future. Like Star Trek. In Star Trek, they don't have currency. Like everybody has what they need, and their like promotions and stuff like that are based on accomplishments. And but you know, there's still food replicators. There's, you know, if you need it, you have it. Basically, they just phased money out, which I know is a really out there concept for we're a society that's based on commerce.
right.
But like, if I would almost see if we get to that, money would have to just go away because, yeah, all jobs would basically be automated. What would humans be able to do?
So socialism would take over?
I don't know. Like, I don't. It's not for me to say for sure, but you know, like I don't know society we would have, like, but would money really have a place in that type of future if we have AI and we have robots doing everything? What would humans actually do
Well, we would make the
to
AI and the
earn money?
robots.
Yeah,
Of
but
course,
I
not
mean,
everybody can do that or would be able to do that, but
right, so what would the average worker do? We're grunts essentially. We do physical labor, and those types of jobs would be the first ones phased out in a super high tech world. So yeah, what would we do? Where would we go to earn money? Like, that's kind of a
good question.
yeah, like I don't know what the fuck I would do. I'm not qualified to. I mean, I guess there would always need to be technicians to work on said technology,
Yeah.
which might create a lot of new jobs for people. But then again, if technology is that advanced, I'm sure there's a robot that they would create to fix the technology that gets broken. You know, maintenance robots, and then maintenance robots for those maintenance robots. You know, like
That's funny.
like eventually humans would almost just get phased out, period. It'd be like Wall-E. We would just all be riding around in our fat and eating everything out of a cup with a straw.
Good movie. It would be like maybe VR or maybe like holograms or something where you could sit at home and work from home, but a holographic projection of yourself would appear, wherever it was that you were employed. And it'd still be you doing the job, except it would be all done from your house. Essentially, it'd be like just a holographic version of you standing there talking to people while you're sitting at home with a headset on, talking through your hologram, but typing on your computer, doing your actual, work for your job. That'd be kind of cool.
What kind of work would that accomplish, though? Like, what kind of work are you thinking of with that? Like IT?
I mean, yeah, IT could work,
They
but
have
I'm
that,
thinking
they have
like
that now, but they don't need a hologram.
Right. Well, like then information desks.
So like Apple geniuses. You're talking to an Apple genius hologram.
Right. Yeah.
Sitting at home in his underwear. Have
Yeah.
you tried turning it off and on again?
The IT crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know, like that type of future almost scares me because I don't know what the hell I would do in that future.
Well,
Because I mean, we're starting to see it a little bit in grocery stores with self checkouts. Like cash. I don't want to sit there and talk to the cashier while they're ringing me up. Like, oh, did you find everything okay? If I didn't, would I be here? I'd still be looking for it. So, do you care if I found everything okay? Really?
Right.
I mean, like, who goes to the register if they didn't find what they were looking for? I wouldn't be here at this point if I didn't find everything okay. This is a pointless question. You're just making small talk. Like, stop.
Right.
You know, like I always go self checkout. I hate it when the self checkouts are full because then I actually have to go and talk to somebody while they're ringing me up. That, and if you're buying a weird combination of things, you always kind of wonder what they're thinking. You know, like, why do you have petroleum jelly and just let your imagination take over?
Typical Thursday.
Why
You know?
don't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Suddenly you're selling it to them.
right.
Walmart's got it down.
It's great.
So yeah, like we are seeing that type of technology, and McDonald's is starting to do little kiosks where you go and place your order and pay for it without actually having to deal with the cashier.
What?
Yeah, like I don't think the ones in our town have them yet, but yeah,
We'll be the last ones to get them.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, like fast food restaurants are starting to do that. Or hell, they're even just, if you download the apps, you can place your order on the phone, and then when you get there, you say, "Hey, I had a mobile order," and pay for it. Or hell, you can pay for it through the app. You just got to grab it and go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people don't really like dealing with people that much, so like they're trying to take the human element out of a lot of the like businesses and shit, so people can just do their shopping and not be bothered. Fucking people.
True story.
Yeah. Amazon's starting to deliver groceries too in some areas.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to leave your house.
Mm-hmm.
You got DoorDash, which, you know, human drivers could end up getting replaced by Elon Musk's driving cars, self-driving cars. So
yeah,
you at least got to walk out to your driveway and get your food. But
that's too much work.
Yeah, the human element is being taken out.
We're being phased out. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are we going to earn money? What's the future actually going to be like? Is it going to be some like weird dystopian future where only the tech owners live and we end up dying of starvation?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, because it'll be the rich elite versus the people they've pushed out of their walls, and we'd kind of scour the wasteland.
Yeah. So we're going to be like living off of the moisture underneath boilers and shit in the sewer.
So if you want that kind of life, vote Bernie Sanders 2020. There's my political.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's just where we're headed, period. Just with technology, you know, like the more smart technology gets, the less we need humans to do shit.
I think there will always be a place for humans, because you got to see it from these big tech companies' standpoint. I mean, if they don't have people making their products, then who are they going to sell it to?
Mm-hmm.
Right. True. I mean, I don't know if we start allowing AI to have citizenship, it'll just be selling technology to technology.
Hey, the motherfuckers better go through the process.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. No free healthcare for use.
No free repairs.
Right.
All right. I don't know. It's I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, I think I'll be dead before any of that actually comes into play. But I would still like to see what type of future we end up with.
Yeah, it would be cool to actually be able to live through that.
Yeah, like I'd like to go 100 years in the future and see where we're at. See if we finally have hover skateboards.
Mm-hmm.
Like actual hoverboards instead of the weird things that we have now. They shouldn't be allowed to call them hoverboard. You're not hovering.
They actually, I think there was a group of guys that made a hoverboard. It was magnetic, and the area that they were using it on was just magnets. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not what you're
was it?
thinking, but yeah.
If you bought a Lexus, a brand new Lexus, you got one.
That sounds familiar. That might be right. Yeah.
It was one of them really high-end cars.
Mm-hmm.
If you...
Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah, don't have the money for a Lexus. I can't even afford an Alexa. Right on. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell.
Ba-ding.
Yeah. And I really can't stress this. Yeah, like it, and I really can't stress enough. Tell your friends.
Oh, please.
Let them come waste their time with you.
Yes. Share and share alike.
Everybody have a great night. Bye.
Johnny.